Good morning, sir.
Doc, I hope you're well.
Everything is fine.
Well, there are questions being raised about the manner in which the arrest was made. But there was a suggestion that there should have been an invitation to have been extended to him by Eoco, and for him to honor the invitation. If he fails to honor the invitation, the next court process should be followed, among others. Is there anything wrong with that, with someone being picked up if they're subject of an investigation?
I don't think there's anything wrong with the way Eoco accosted him at the CID compound. MPP was in government for 8 years. Did they write an arrest manual for the security agencies to use? They never did. If you don't like it, begin to put together an arrest manual of political figures, of common citizens that commit criminal acts, and so on and so forth. And when you do that, you see that you're going into a discriminatory situation. Eoco, Ghana Police, NIB, they have the right to choose how they will arrest them.
You're saying that this does not depart from the manual that guides arrest.
There is no manual, Senna. So they can choose to arrest you the way that they think is expedient to their operation. So just because you're a political figure doesn't mean that you have a Teflon cover against arrest at any time that is conducive to the operations of Eoco or Ghana Police or NIB.
Okay, so your suggestion is that what they are asking for is privileged treatment that the average Ghanaian does not get. That there are many Ghanaians who are arrested in this manner, but nobody talks about it.
And if they don't like it, how come the 8 years they were in power with stuffing the Supreme Court with their supporters, the other courts with their judges? How come they didn't put together an arrest manual for the security agency?
And this does come up once in a while. Whenever someone is arrested, a high-profile person, these questions arise constantly. From your perspective, what do you think where do you think this is kind of questions are coming from?
I think they think they are so special. Just because you are, for example, chairman, regional chairman of a political party, that you should be treated with kid club and be, invited, probably carried to the interrogation room in a palanquin. Before the law, we are all equal. The law is the law. I love that phrase.
Well, it seems to be a subject of two separate investigations because he had just gotten out of the CID and was picked up by Eoco. What do you make of that development?
If they have come across new evidence that probably was not addressed by the CID, the law allows the government agencies, investigative agencies, to do a rearrest. There's nothing wrong against that. And I think it's been following the news. So many people who have been on bail, the moment they step out of the courthouse, they have been rearrested. I don't want to repeat the names because I think we are all familiar with these events. So what Eoco did yesterday is not an anomaly. What MPP supporters did is the anomaly.
What they did is the anomaly. What did they do wrong? Because it's solidarity.
Solidarity doesn't have to be shown in the street. Solidarity is making sure that your suspect is represented by competent legal counsel. Make sure that he's safe. But you don't organize the foot soldiers to basically encroach upon the institution that is doing the arrest. Because when you do that, you bring chaos into the criminal justice system of the country. You make everybody in Ghana look stupid.
So, for what was important for Chairman Wontumi at the time was for them to ensure that his lawyers get access to him. That's important. Get him a lawyer.
That is all. I have always been advising people whenever you are approached by any of the security agencies with the powers to arrest, that you are going to be arrested, that they bring a warrant. Don't scream, don't shout. Call your lawyer, plead with them, give me a moment to call my lawyer, and go with them. If they identify themselves, they show you their badge, they show you the warrant, and you believe that they are credible agents, you don't need to call your foot soldiers or your family members, and if you're a chief, you don't need to call your subjects. Follow the law, because before the law, we are all equal. There is nobody in this country that is special. And if people think they are special, they should take a lesson from how the Pope recent barrier, simple barrier, in spite of the fact that he was the Pope of the Catholic Church. Let's be simple, let's be humble, and drop all the arrogance of power and prominence.
I see. So you think all this stems from a certain belief by the our political leaders that they should be treated specially and differently?
That is exactly the point that they were making, that he's NPP, Ashanti Regional Chairman, and so he should be treated with deference. Where is it written in the Constitution? So that you can go and arrest Akai anywhere you want. You can go and arrest anybody in Kaswa anywhere you want. But when it comes to prominent members of the society, somehow we should carve a special niche for them in terms of arresting them. That's why I am pleading with the MPP party. They have a lot of lawyers in it. Let them put an arrest manual together so that it can become supported in Parliament, even private members bill, so that it can be used by all these agencies for everybody in Ghana, not just those in positions of political prominence. Because then that will be constitutional and that will be fair.
And before I let you go, I know you're always picking up information around the security arena. Do you know why he's been arrested?
Yesterday, we didn't know why Eoco arrested him. And without knowing why he was arrested, making all that noise in front of Eoco was quite infantile. I think what they should have tried to find out, as Honorable Apia Kubi did, as his lawyer, was to go and find out why he was arrested and what kind of help he needed so that it could be given him. And when it was found that he needed medical attention, it was immediately provided him. As I said before, Eoco is not going to eat him or kill him. So why all the noise? Now that I think I don't know why he was arrested, but it's becoming clear why he was arrested. Because of some loan that you are taking, I think it is the mandate of Eoco to ensure that money being used in this country are properly obtained, and that it is not going to finance criminal enterprises and so on and so forth.
Well, Doc, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome, Senator. Have a good day.
You too. Dr. Ismail Norman is President, Institute for Security, Disaster and Emergency Studies. And that's the interesting thing. Many people benefit from things that they are not qualified for. That's it. And Albert, please move the mic a bit away from you. Okay. Because of your height.
Yes.
If the mic is not far from you, speak over the mic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, it's basically the same information. And
but you have, and I know you do a lot of research work.
Yes.
So these arrests that we always complain about when it comes to big men, like, okay, it's a politician. How did you arrest him like that? That's not how you arrest people. Is it a departure from the norm for many Ghanaians?
It